I'm a lesbian. That's not a bad word.
I identify as a non-binary trans woman.
I'm gay, basically.
I identify as a trans man.
I identify as non-binary and I'm also gay.
When I came out, it was a difficult ride, absolutely, but it was quite a big change for the people around me as well.
Coming out was really strange. I was in my last year of high school, so it was a really big deal for me to decide whether I wanted to come out before I went to university and kind of live my adult life, or whether I wanted to kind of get it out the way and come out in high school. So I decided to do that. I thought it'd be easier.
In the spirit of Jane Austen, channeling all that, I took up my pen and I wrote a rather long letter. After a while, trying to choose the right time, fate intervened and my dog snatched the letter and ran down the stairs with it, trying to rip it into pieces, of which my mum saw.
There are quite a few funny moments that come with the hard ones, like members of my family trying to tiptoe around the fact that I have transitioned and they're seeing changes, so they'll go, "You're starting to look a lot more like your brother rather than your voice is broken." Great moments like that make it worth it.
When you put it into context, you are hiding who you are as a person, and you're trying to contain such a core part of who you are. There's going to be a breaking point there. So I think that's something that society also needs to recognise, is that people are risking their lives not being who they are.
I think that society is very slowly starting to understand more.
Be open to listening to LGBT people, because the more you learn and the more you're educated, the less scary it is for you and the more comfortable you can make us.
You don't just come out once. The first time's the hardest. It might seem really difficult at the time, and it is. And I'm not going to take away from that because it is a struggle, but it does get easier.
Being out is incredible. It's just a common phrase we use in the community is living as your authentic self, and there's no better way to describe it, honestly, because I'd say before transition I had no idea who I was or what I wanted to do, and as horrible as it sounds, I didn't really think I wanted to be here. But since transition, I really do see a future for myself as me.
But I think it's really important when you are coming out that you take care of yourself and recognise that all that attention, as much as it can be good, like I'm vain, it's fine, it's also really important to kind of distance yourself from that sometimes.
A lot of people think that the LGBT community is just a bunch of people that happen to share one thing in common, but it's a lot more than that. It is, to me, a true community and in many ways almost a family.
If that means it's not your blood family, that's okay.
In the words of Christopher Lee and Ian McKellen, I've never met someone who has ever regretted coming out, and I have no regrets on it either. It's probably made life difficult, but it's also made it quite wonderful at the same time.